Now at 10, new details are released about federal charges against a Southwest Missouri couple in the kidnapping and murder of an Arkansas woman. Plus,
tens of millions of Americans have already cast their ballots ahead of the midterms. I'm Skyler Henry on Capitol Hill with a look at the candidates' final push with just 4 days left.
And the Girard Trojans aim to stay perfect as they look to claim the 3A regional title against the Frontenac Raiders.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, for the most part, the storms have passed through the 4 states, but there is still some rain in parts of the area. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Doug Heddy joins us with a first look at the weather.
Yeah, we got the showers and the thunderstorms throughout the afternoon into the evening hours. Even a little bit of severe weather across portions of the region, especially in our southern counties. But prior to this, we went all the way up to 81 degrees. The record was 83, so actually pretty close to a record. Most of the showers and thunderstorms now exiting still in our far eastern counties in southwestern Missouri. And then also way back toward the west, that's the upper level low that is going to rotate through a little bit later on tonight. But you can still see some showers east of Nevada toward Stockton Lake and all the way down toward Mount Vernon. But the bulk of the heavy rain is pretty much out of here. As we go through, let's move to 1 a.m. Light showers southeastern Kansas as this weak little upper level low kind of rotates away. But our temperatures are going to be quite a bit cooler behind this storm system. 42 at 6, only 50 by noon. We're going to look at the weekend and our next storm system here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. A McDonald County, Missouri couple is now formally charged in connection with the kidnapping and murder of a pregnant Arkansas woman. 42-year-old Amber Waterman and her husband, 42-year-old Jamie Waterman, have been transferred from the McDonald County Jail to federal custody in Springfield. Amber is charged with kidnapping resulting in death. Jamie faces a federal charge of accessory after the fact of kidnapping resulting in death. Court documents indicate between October 31st and November 2nd, Amber Waterman kidnapped Ashley Bush, who was 31 weeks pregnant, in order to claim her unborn child as her own. Authorities say the body of Bush's baby was found Wednesday. Bush's body was found yesterday, separate locations in Missouri. Detectives say Amber transported Ashley Bush from Maysville, Arkansas to McDonald County, Missouri, where she killed Bush and, with the help of her husband, attempted to burn and dispose of the body. You can read more about this still developing story, including the probable cause statement, on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Midterm elections coming up on Tuesday. KOAM teamed up with Gray Television for a series of polls of Missouri voters ahead of that election. Among other things, the poll asked how voters feel about Governor Mike Parson. 13% say they strongly approve, 35% somewhat approve, 17% somewhat disapprove, 21% strongly disapprove of Governor Parson. The rest weren't sure. The poll also asked Missourians how they feel about U.S. Senator Josh Hawley. 19% said they strongly approve, 21% somewhat approve, 13% somewhat disapprove, 29% strongly disapprove. The rest were unsure. You see how the answers break down by demographics and get more poll results on topics such as abortion, the economy, and recreational marijuana at KOAMnewsnow.com. More than 35 million Americans have already voted, according to the United States Elections Project. As reporter Skyler Henry tells us, both sides say they're confident they'll come out on top next week.
As former President Trump teases a 2024 presidential run,
I will very probably do it again, okay?
Many Republicans are focused on Tuesday's midterm elections.
We have 4 days, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to work.
This is the most important election we ever had in our lifetime, is right now today.
In Georgia, Republican Herschel Walker is trying to unseat Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock.
And the way to have a voice in a democracy is to have a vote.
Brittany Bonson-Yore is one of more than 2 million people who have already cast a ballot there.
Go out and vote. Whichever way you vote, just vote.
President Biden is optimistic his party can fight off a red wave and maintain control of Congress, saying voters will recognize his party's work on issues like lowering prescription drug prices.
The thing that gives me the most confidence is the fact that the policies we've initiated, people care about.
Pennsylvania's Senate race is expected to be one of the tightest in the country. Oprah Winfrey came out with an endorsement for Democrat John Fetterman.
I will tell you all this, if I lived in Pennsylvania, I would have already cast my vote for John Fetterman.
Winfrey gave Fetterman's opponent, Republican Mehmet Oz, his start on TV.
Where John Fetterman takes us in the wrong direction and where me, you, and everyone else wants to go is on the other side.
It's all hands on deck in the Keystone State this weekend. President Biden and former President Obama campaign in Philadelphia, while former President Trump rallies outside of Pittsburgh. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
President Biden is also scheduled to campaign in Illinois and New York, two states where Democratic governors and members of Congress are in tighter than expected races. A Pitt State faculty member has been named a part of the top 2% of scientists in the world by Stanford University. Ram Gupta works as an associate professor at PSU. The chemist spends his time researching, advocating for grants, and most importantly, inspiring a new generation of scientists.
I'm in contact with almost all students, and my weekend is pretty full talking with them, they want to hear myself. Oh, I have not heard you for a long time. I want to hear. Okay. So yeah, students are very appreciative the support we are giving them, and we are also appreciative to students, the work they have done here.
Gupta has been bringing more recognition to the Research Center and PSU since 2013. Some local tech businesses today had the opportunity to show off their innovations in Joplin. The Joplin Chamber of Commerce hosted their 2022 Joplin Regional Innovation and Technology Summit. The summit provides a chance for the tech businesses to hold sessions showcasing their emerging technology, business innovations, cyber resiliency, and digital sites.
Establish individuals and learn about the technologies and bringing their perspective in as far as shaping the future of what our community and region looks like, utilizing tech.
The event also featured a chance for innovators to participate in a pitch competition and to network. KCU Joplin has started a new program to train their students with the help of actors. The Simulated Patient program allows students to experience realistic scenarios they could face at the job site. Actors are trained to portray patients with various illnesses and injuries. Students are assessed on how they provide care to those actors.
Typically, we'll go to a debriefing session after the fact. We can sort of, with our own knowledge that we've been learning in our classes and such, sort of like limit down the what we think the patient has, but it will be confirmed in the debriefing session that we typically go to after our standard simulated patients.
That program will continue for the rest of the semester. Coming up, how an Iola, Kansas grocery store is giving back to the community with a chance to win free groceries. Plus, we'll take a look at Pineville Elementary's annual Hawk's Nest Carnival. G&W Foods in Iola, Kansas will conduct a 5-minute grocery grab tomorrow. KOAM's Carrie Worthen reports from Iola with more on this supermarket fun.
A cap gun, a bullet gun, and 2 snacks. A chip bag and peanut butter and jelly.
People who purchased one of Iola's Rotary Club 5-minute grocery grab ticket received a coupon and were entered in a drawing. The grand winner will receive 5 minutes to grab anything in the store at no extra cost.
So the purpose is to raise money for Rotary Club. Rotary Club is an organization that helps numerous causes throughout the world and locally, and we just partner with them to have a fun and eventful activity.
However, not everything in the store is for grabs.
So no HBA, health and beauty, no pharmaceutical, no battery, no alcohol. We do limit it to 1 minute in the meat department, and then no more than 2 like items. So they could get 2 hams, 2 turkeys, 2 ribeyes.
Becky Shepard, who is an employee at G&W Foods, says her shopping list varies across departments.
First thing I get is probably Pepsi, and then probably meat. My freezer's got a full now, so it'd probably be canned stuff, dry stuff that would last for a while. We just had a new baby in the family, so I'd probably grab some baby stuff for them.
5-minute grocery grab has been going on now for 5 years, and some of the winners donate their food to local charities in the community.
Most of the time it's donated to a charity. So it's, the takeaway is that they just have a good time doing it.
Brianna Holtz says her shopping list is staying small.
I would get the squishy things, but I would also get some chips and pudding and water and Lunchables. That's all I would get.
Come out and enjoy the fun. We don't close the store, but we block any shoppers off for those 5 minutes. And they get to watch the fun and the excitement. Sometimes there's a mess, sometimes there's not. It's just fun. It's a fun event to get behind.
The shopper who wins can designate a runner in their place. In Iola, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Squishy things, Lunchables, water, that sounds like a good day. That 5-minute grocery grab, it starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pineville Elementary today hosted its annual Hawk's Nest Carnival. The longtime carnival tradition brings a lot of family fun, but it's also a fundraising event. The goal is to raise money for the PTO so they can give back to students and faculty to create better learning environments.
So it's the very beginning of the year, so our hopes is to raise a lot of funds at this carnival. This is our largest fundraiser. So the funds that we raise here can help us throughout the entire school year.
That indoor carnival included an auction, food vendors, face painting, and some hugs, apparently. Doug's be right back with the complete forecast. First, though, we recognize a local veteran. David Newman served in the U.S. Army in 1861 and 1862. His hometown, Chanute, Kansas, and we are proud to salute Sergeant David Newman, our 4-state hero.
Well, of course, we had the showers. We had the thunderstorms during the afternoon into the evening hours, and a cold front that has been passing through over the past few hours. So quite a bit cooler right now compared to what we were earlier today. Nice shot at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Most of the heavy rain is out of here. Some areas got quite a bit. Some areas not much at all. At the airport in Joplin, only about 3/10. The east side of the city picked up nearly an inch. So there was a pretty wide margin across the region, but no severe threat now. All of that is pushed off across south central parts of Missouri and the northern parts of Arkansas. And most of us are fairly dry. This big band of showers and thunderstorms has been working out. We still have the upper level low that is going to affect our northwest counties a little bit later on tonight, but most of these showers, thunderstorms now really kind of over towards Springfield and east. We still have a couple little guys over towards Stockton, just to south of Greenfield, but besides that, it looks pretty good. Big time severe weather tonight. Numerous tornado warnings down across parts of Arkansas and then stretching into Texas as well. Rainfall amounts, a pretty good band. Southeastern Kansas with 2 up to 3 inches. Then in the middle here, not much at all. Quarter, half an inch, and then you get back into southwestern Missouri and you get quite a bit of rain again, 3-4 inches, parts of Berry County and even McDonald County. And look at the temperatures dropping out, 25 to 30 degrees colder right now compared to what it was last night at this time. It's still 65 in Monette, dropped to 50 in Joplin, 43 in Parsons, 41 in Yates Center. The roads are still wet, but we will slowly start drying up as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Look at the blue. That's snow. We are going to have some very wet snow that kind of clips our northwestern counties. So if you live in Yates Center, Fredonia, Neodesha, Chanute, maybe Iola, don't be surprised if later on tonight you get a burst of wet snow. It's not really going to stick, but that's going to head up toward Kansas City. So there could, from Wichita to Kansas City, be a stripe of 1 or 2 inches of very wet snow on the grassy surfaces. For us by noon, sunshine returns near 50 and then we'll warm up near 60 as we head into the afternoon. Tomorrow night, not as chilly. We've dropped down mid 40s and then Sunday looks great. Sunshine, temperatures near 70 degrees during the afternoon. Here's your day planner for you. 41, we're going to have the clouds to start, and then we'll get sunshine 50 by noon, 58 by 5, high temp of 59. Remember, clocks drop back tomorrow night. Sunday 70, 71 on Monday. Voting Tuesday, we may get a few showers. Doesn't look like a huge deal at this point in time.
This is the longest weekend of the year.
Yeah.
By an hour.
There you go.
Thanks, Doug. Hey, Doug and I are getting out of here now, so we can turn it over to Sports Director Jacob Leonard. Friday night football action straight ahead.
You're watching 4-Stage Friday Night, brought to you by GN Bank, Labette Health, KOAM, and the law offices of Stickland, Dryer, and Tinney.
Well, welcome into Week 11, the season finale of 4-State Friday Night here on KOAM. KOAM Sports Director Jacob Leonard. Now today, obviously been a little bit of a mess for high school football with the weather. Most of tonight's games were postponed. We still got a lot to talk about. In Southeast Kansas, the Girard Trojans are still perfect heading into the regional round of the 3A bracket. Last week, Girard opened the playoffs with a 35-0 win over Parsons, and with that win, the Trojans are now 9-0 this season. Now, tonight, Girard tries to claim a regional title against Frontenac, and the Raiders looking for an upset against the reigning regional champs. The Girard defense goes to work early. Drake Kotzman bringing pressure, pulls him down for a loss of 5. The other way, Cal Turlip drops back, airs it out. Check this out, Vinny Pyle going up and making the play. Big gain for the Raiders. That drive, though, ends in a blocked field goal attempt. Still scoreless, but now the Girard offense gets going. Alex Kester battles for some extra yards. Then he would finish it off. Pushes into the end zone. That makes it 7-0 Trojans. To the third quarter we go now. Trojans back to Kester. Spins off a few defenders and breaks free. 26 yards for his second touchdown of the night. Girard pulls away and shuts out Frontenac for the regional title tonight, 36-0. On the 5A bracket, Pittsburgh on the road against KC Sumner in the regional round. The Dragons have won 6 of 7 coming into the night. Now it's 7 of 8. Dragons pitch a shutout tonight against Sumner, 28-0. Pittsburgh will play in the 5A state quarterfinals next week. In Class 2A, the Humboldt Cubs on the road against Osage City, looking to earn a regional title. Now, Osage City won this matchup by 8 in the regular season. Tonight, though, it's Humboldt getting revenge, 26-21. The Cubs move on to face Nemaha Central in the 2A state quarterfinals next week. In Missouri, Class 4 District 7 bracket, the Nevada Tigers hit the road to face Lincoln Prep. Nevada enters the night on a 3-game winning streak. Tonight, they win another one, 43-7. Tigers are headed to the district championship for the second straight season. And the other semifinal game in the Class 4 District 7 bracket, Carl Junction trying for an upset on the road against top-seeded KC Center. It's the Yellow Jackets advancing tonight over CJ 33-6. Bulldogs in the year with a 4-7 overall record. KC Center moves on to host Nevada for the district title. Well, after the break, the Chanute Blue Comets hit the field for a Thursday regional championship game against KC Piper. We're going to have those highlights. As we go to break, though, here are some more scores and updates from local playoff games in Missouri. Play for a regional championship this week at home against KC Piper. Now, Chanute been one of the best teams in the state all season long. The Comets are 9-0 this fall after winning their playoff opener last week. Now, this one here, a Thursday night game. Chanute trying to stay unbeaten against Piper and move on to the 4A state quarterfinals. Chanute ball here. Ty Leedy takes the handoff, showing off the speed here, gets to the far side. He's in for the first score of the night. The Piper answers. Logan Ladish keeps, dodges his way up the middle, dives in for the touchdown. We're all tied up at 7. And Blue Comets getting tricky. Caden Seamster gets the toss, comes up throwing, finds Dagan Dean. He fights off a defender for the touchdown. Comets back in front. Now back to the Pirates. Handoff goes to Jamar Jarrett. He finds his way into the end zone. Once again, we're all tied up. Then Piper going for the lead here, taking a shot downfield. Mason Lahiro, he is there. Pirates on top with that, but the Blue Comets Stay with them. Back to the ground game. Quentin Harding goes in for 6. Dude, this was back and forth all night. Actually went into double overtime. But Piper wins in the end, 48-47. A quick reminder what's coming up tomorrow afternoon at the college level. Missouri Southern Lions hit the road for a tough one against Northwest Missouri State. The Lions have lost 3 in a row by a combined 10 points. Trying to hand the Bearcats their first home loss since 2018. And the Pittsburgh State Gorillas face Washburn. Gorillas 9-0, but they've lost 4 straight to the Ichabods. PSU earned a share of the league title last week. With a win tomorrow, Pitt State would claim the outright MIAA championship.
Nobody wants to share anything, especially in this league. So yeah, that brings a lot, and you know, we know we're the top in the league, so we want to make sure and prove it to everybody.
We talked about it after the last game that we have a share of the conference championship, but we didn't come here for a share. We came here to win outright, and our guys have been motivated.
And that's all the time we have here tonight. Be sure to switch over to our sister station, Fox 14, at 11 o'clock for Press Box. That's a 30-minute show. We'll have more highlights and scores. Plus, Columbus head coach Blake Burns joins us in studio to talk about his team's big regional championship win over Galena last night. For now, though, it's time for us to go. We'll see you right back here next week.